Welcome, friends. Welcome to Making a Clay Bowl. It's going to be super fun. If you haven't made a name tag, please go ahead and make a name tag just in case we have some friends who don't know everybody by their names. And once you get that done, you might also want to write on your little piece of paper or your little tape your name, because we're going to stick that to the side of the bowl that you choose. So we've got two choices today in the bowl world. We got this one. It's very open, and then we got one that's more traditional cereal bowl. You can choose either one. That's going to provide you a mold for your bowl. And then once we get that, there we go. I'm just going to choose this one. There we go. That's the one I chose. I'm just going to familiarize you with a few tools. So you've got something called a needle tool. It's very fun, very pokey. Watch out for that. Brush, no big deal there. And then this crazy little thing, which is a scoring or scratching tool that we will use if you want to add anything to your bowl. So the first step is you've got this slab. It's not perfect. You might want to take your sponge and fix it up a little bit, but if you don't want to, that's fine too. I like to put my bowl on here and give myself a lot of excess, so I just go around. And if you mess up, don't worry, we have a slab roller. We just squish the clay back together and roll it right back out. I'm gonna save that extra for practice or details. And then I'm gonna move this. I'm gonna very gently lift this up. Remember, I'm really comfortable with the clay. I've been doing this for a very long time. If it rips or anything, don't stress yourself out, friends. I'm gonna squish it down, and now I'm going to, oh, that's already so cool. I would save it just like that. Very gently push it all down. If it wiggles or it cracks, it's no big deal. We just firmly press it. Remember, this might be very uncomfortable at first for you because you may have never done it. And if you've never done it, don't stress out. We can always start again. Clay is endlessly recyclable. All right, I'm pressing inside. I'm not worrying about the edges or the details right now. I'm checking out the outside of the bowl. I'm looking for any little air pockets or places where I might need to push it in a little bit more. Geez, that's not so bad. All right, and I'm gonna take my needle tool. If you want to, you could leave it just like this and it would be perfectly fine. And I'm gonna trim off this excess. Remember, this is your bowl. Yours does not ever need to look like mine. There we go. So, if you're like, look forward to painting on it, you literally could be done, but that's no fun. I'm gonna show you a bunch of stuff you can do to it. But if you did choose to make it plain, don't stress, because there's always the glazing procedures and different kinds of glaze. Smoothing everything off, making sure the inside looks good before I start to decorate it. Now the choices begin. I'm gonna set this aside. I'm gonna get you familiar with slip and score. Scoring and slipping materials and some stamps. All right, I don't know who wrote this on here, I don't know, but we have more than a day and a half left of school, that's for sure. All right, we got a bunch of different kinds of little stamps if you're into that. I'll leave those out for you, and you just literally can have a bowl covered with Martians if you want. You could, but I suggest you practice it on this, see? Because if you don't like that, and I don't know, maybe you love soccer. Boom, you can try that. Practice on here so you get familiar with the impression technique. Maybe you don't like that at all. Maybe you're like, I want my bowl to have a big C on it because my name is Christine. You could freehand a big C. There we go. There we go. And now I'm going to show you how to score and slip, because I'm going to put this right in the middle of my bowl. All right, so I want my C to stick firmly and not have any space underneath it. So I know it's going there. So now I'm going to lift it. I'm going to score the clay there, and I'm going to score the clay there. This opens it up so that it will receive the slip. Slip is just clay and water. Put a little bit in there, just a little bit, no stress, no mess, a little bit more in there. And this will make sure that things attach firmly. If you just pressed it in there without any slip, you got like a 50-50 chance that it will stick. But if you put some slip and you score it, you have a 99% chance. Nothing is perfect in ceramics. Absolutely. All right, I love my seed. Maybe I'll put some little decorations on it with the tip. Make more impressions. There we go. All right, I'm happy. I'm very happy actually, because I like things on the simpler side. So what's the next step, lady? Well, glad you asked. So these are 2 different bowls, and you can see as soon as it dries out, it literally just slips out. When it slips out, I'll take it out for you because you'll leave it here. And I will very carefully copy your name on the bottom. Unless you don't want me to do that, just let me know if you don't want me to do that. And then I will rub it a little on the edge just to get the rough parts off. And then we put it in the kiln and it fires. And then it will turn, and I will show you this kid's bowl. This is a handmade bowl by a 5th grader, or actually a 4th grader. It turns this white and it becomes ceramic. Hear that? It's not crystal, but it is very, very permanent, hard clay, ceramic. This is clay, this is ceramic. That's the difference. This is moist and flexible. Clearly not moist and flexible. Glazing will be the next lesson, and it's no big deal, very fun. If you do choose to take your bowl home and put it in a plastic bag and take it with you because you want to work on it, just remember, and I'm going to use this as my example, when things get dry, and we call this the greenware stage, they break very easily, very, very easily. If that happens, it's no big deal. We can recycle the clay, turn it into slip, or turn it back into clay. But just remember, it's very fragile. Now, not so fragile. This, I'm gonna break it. Fragile. All right, if that happened, we just start over. It's no big deal. We start over and we do it again. All right, I want to set you free and have a good time. And we'll talk about glazing next time. Bye, guys.